Your astute panic suggests that you understand your situation. I would prefer to avoid any further violence and encourage a moment of consideration.
Welcome everyone, this is Master's Joke, also Master's Joke 75 on Instagram. So it's Sunday the 22nd of December 2024. I can't believe Christmas is in 3 days time. It's also my brother's birthday, so happy birthday. I know I said I wasn't going to pick up Moff Gideon's Imperial Light Cruiser Hallway purely because it's so expensive, and I was going to hold out, similar to what I did with the Endor Bunker, which I picked up for silly money. I think it was £26 something from Lame. This was in store before it closed down because they had a massive sale on. But I really like this set. One of the things I like about it is that again, I've only really seen the images on the box and the photos from Hasbro Pulse when it first came out. But I love the floor. I love the way that the floor is so wide. I mean, Tantive 4, it's a set I've always dreamed of as a kid. I would have loved that back in the 80s. And I've got a couple of sets, so I've put the whole corridor together. So you've got walls on both sides. It's great for photos, but the corridor floor is quite slim. Also, the little studs that you can put in and out, and there are actually where the holes are for the studs on the actual playset. Them holes are on the actual the real set from Star Wars: A New Hope, which was filmed in Boreham Wood, Elstree. But yeah, the corridor is a little bit too thin for my liking. Whereas I love the wideness of the floor. It's black. It's going to get dusty. We all know that. But I think it's a great little set. But when I saw it on Amazon, well, initially I saw it on Lame, on their website for £47 for pre-order. So I thought I might see one in store. I've not seen one in store, and they were sold out for pre-order ages ago. £47, let your eyes be your guide. Great price, but you still have to pay £5 postage and packaging. So it all adds up. So I decided against it. I thought I'll just wait. And then literally last week, Amazon, my good friends at Amazon, you're always taking a chance. If you've seen my post on my Masters of the Universe Origins Teela, you'll know what I'm talking about. My motto is never buy from Amazon if you're buying a figure to keep on card. If you're buying to open, don't worry about it. They've got some good prices. You can't knock their prices, but you're probably not going to get your card in great condition. It's just luck of the draw. But they had, I was still buying Christmas shopping, but they had the Imperial Light Cruiser Hallway, £51. £51, obviously free postage because it's over £35. Let your eyes be your guide. I couldn't say no. I really, really want this set. I've been excited about it, and now I've got it. So, and also you get a free figure as well, the Mandalorian Privateer. Don't really remember him from the series. Talking of the series, Skeleton Crew, I was a bit uncertain. I saw the first episode, wasn't really excited about it because Star Wars, it's a little bit, I don't know, there's just a little bit too much out there, I feel, in relation to figures and series. So I watched the first episode and I enjoyed it, but I thought this is a bit too, it's a bit too like Earth. It did have Goonies and E.T. and 80s vibes. But when I saw the streets and the houses, I thought this is a bit too like reality. So I think I watched that last Friday, and then on Friday I watched episode 2 and 3. So I've got episode 4 to catch up on. I've got to say, it blew me away. Nick Frost is fantastic as that pirate robot, because I wasn't sure about these pirates. How can you have pirates in Star Wars? But honestly, it's brilliant. Nick Frost, who saved my wife's life, that's another story, but he actually saved her life when she was choking when they were out on a night out, and Yeah, she was choking in the restaurant and he saved her life. Yeah, so I've got a lot to thank him for. But he was brilliant in it. Of course, Simon Pegg, he's been in Star Wars as well. He was in the Force Awakens. But yeah, I thought it was brilliant. So I'm looking for. Hopefully, I'll watch episode 4 tonight. But it's great when you've got a Star Wars show that you're really into. And I've got to be honest, I was really into Ahsoka. I really enjoyed Ahsoka, and you know, and my favourite is Andor. Really looking forward to Andor next year. But Skeleton Crew, it honestly blew me away. So I'm looking forward to episode 4. But even the music has got 80 vibes to it. But you know, I don't expect many people to watch me opening this because it's been done to death. I mean, it was only released like recently. So I'm sure everyone's seen the reviews out there, but I've bought this. I've got my vintage collection figures, but I've bought this for my retro collection figures. But I just love it. Cara Dune's missing, so we'll have to put that right. But £51, couldn't say no. So I mean, the box is proper old school, beautiful. And look at it. I mean, I don't think I would buy another set. I mean, it shows you how you can put it all together, but I don't think I'd bother. But I mean, look at the images on there. I just love it. I love playsets. Nothing. Do you know what? I'll be honest. My favourite playset of all time, I've said this on a recent video, is the Rebel Transport, and I want that to be re-released for the retro collection. We need a vehicle for the retro collection. But it's and I know people will disagree with me, but it's my personal opinion. It's from, you know, it's from the way I grew up in the 80s. But the Rebel Transport, great vehicle, great to store your figures. But to me, it was just a great playset. And I think, for me, personally, even better than the Millennium Falcon for playability, even though it's got no electronics. But let's get this new playset for 2024 open. So you always kind of think, is it going to be, is the figure going to be in one piece? But it's looking good so far. Right, so let's put the box out of the way. Put it there. It's got the light right on it. Right, so there's your Mandalorian figure. So they really pack these well now. Let's see if he's alright. Yeah, that's in perfect condition. Look at that, it's a nice figure. That is a nice figure. Look at that. So I do like the way it comes with a figure as well. They have been releasing a lot of Mandalorians though. It's quite an easy one for Hasbro. I think they've gone a little bit Mandalorian mad, but I like that. I do like it. And again, as I mentioned before, I love the way they do the back of the vintage collection card backs now, where it matches the pill. A little bit of information on there as well. VC326. So that is a lovely touch. So I like that. I don't know if I'll open him. I don't know. Stick him there. Let's put him there actually. And then we've got the playset here. Right, it's all in bits. Oh, but look at that. I mean, look at that for quality. That looks great. Very excited about this. Very excited. It looks, honestly, it looks wonderful. I like the sheen on there, and it's got this, it's got the stickers. It's proper retro. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get it out of the box. We'll have a proper look at it, and then I'm going to see if I can put this together. And then if I can't, I'll have a look at the instructions. So I'll do that, and then we'll see what we're dealing with. Right, so this is what we're dealing with. I mean, look at the detail on the door. I mean, it looks great in the in the image on the box. But look at all of this. I can't wait. I cannot wait. As I said, I'm not using the instructions. These are the pillars, and because they've used kind of like translucent plastic, you can put lights behind here. So I definitely want to pick up some lights. Might use my mobile phone for now, just to kind of illuminate the set. And then you've got, look at the floor. I mean, look at it. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful shiny floor. I love it. It's got a few scratches on there, but I'm sure it's going to get, you know, with playwear, it's going to get scratched anyway. But it's a beautiful set. I love it. Not much to it. It's just 7 pieces, and then you've got these little red. You can see them on the box there. These little red bits of plastic. The little red lights. I'm impressed. If it takes me too long, I will have to get the instructions out. Look what the wife picked up from Marks and Spencer's. Mince pies. It's that time of year. So if I do, you know, if it does take me longer than I thought, at least I've got food. But right, so if it's anything like the other sets, this should be quite easy to do. Right, yes, it's got all the grooves on the actual, on the different sections. So I'm assuming that just slots on there. Basically let your eyes be your guide. That's what you need to do. And then, yeah, so this is the more detailed. I mean, I can't wait to take photos of this. This is the more detailed part. So I'm thinking that clips on there. And then, how do these go on? The pillars. Okay, so the pillar, maybe I should have put the pillar on first. But it looks like the pillar sits, there's 2 holes for it. So I'm going to do it like it is on the box, where it comes forward. So that clips in there. I've got that wrong, haven't I? I think. What have I done wrong? Yeah, that's not right. So I'm going to take that off, unclip that. Right, got it. So that goes there. That's easy enough. Do the same on this bit. That's not. That bit's done. Nearly lost one of my red lights. And then, what is it? Oh, so this. Okay, so this bit of flooring, I imagine, just clips under there. And then we've got the. What part of the door? Oh, so I wondered what that bit was there. So that's a little bit of a. Oh, it's to keep the door shut. A little bit of elastic band or whatever. So again, I'm thinking that the detailed part of the door with the sticker. I love the sticker because it just reminds me of my Rebel Transport from the 80s. So that just clips under there and in there. That is perfect, look at that. And then that's it, I've done it. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Just got my little red lights to go on. Oh, so they go on these little holes here. So that's easy enough. One there. I wondered what that was for, this little peg here. And then one just goes Oh, that's a bit mean, isn't it? That is so mean, because there's not enough. That is bad. So you get, I've got four little lights, right? So 4 lights. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like it in the image. I don't know if you can see. You can see 4 lights, but they haven't given you any lights to go on the other side. How tight is that? So there's no, that is poor. So there's no light to go, unless there were 5 and I've lost one. Oh no. Have I lost a light? Well, I've only got 4 lights. That doesn't seem right, because there's only 4 lights. Because it was in a little bag. I'll have to look into that. So I've only got 4 lights, which is a shame, because there should be 5 lights. That is a shame. I've only had it 5 minutes. Let me check the. Just going to see if there is another image. Showing the actual. Oh look! If you look here, if you look closely, you can see the hole. There's only 4 little lights. That is so poor, isn't it? That is really, really poor. I'd say what Hasbro are such tight asses, aren't they? Well, it just needed 1 more just to finish the set off. That is. I think that, yeah, I think there is a light missing. You know what? I'm disappointed. This isn't going to be a 10 out of 10. Unless I've made a mistake on this, I think they've missed the light off. That's so bad. That is so bad. But anyway, this is the, here is the set. And just take a butcher's of that. So this has got a bit of elastic on there to stop the door opening while it was in the box. Right, so let's have a go. See if it opens. Look at that, is great. That is brilliant. You know, I said I wouldn't bother getting a second one. Honestly, it's blown me away. I'm blown away. It's brilliant. It's the best set they've done so far, I think. Look at that. And let's have a look at the. So even though the outside, you're not really going to use it, they've done detailing on there. See, this bit here reminds me of where the Dark Troopers regenerate, where they sleep. I'm sure that's not what it's supposed to be, but that's what it reminds me of. And there's also detail on the back side of the wall as well. But I am really impressed by this. I'm going to have to check that light. I must have lost it. There must have been 5 lights. You can't just you can't miss a light because you can't see it in the image on the front of the But yeah, I'm blown away by this. Absolutely blown away. It is. But then the indoor bunker, I thought that was fantastic as well. I love it. I mean, look at it. I mean, look at that. It's great, but it needs some figures. So I brought some figures from from upstairs, from the toy room. I don't know, what's the best way to kind of, I suppose, have it like that. So I've got some figures. Let me get my figures. They're on the table behind me. Right, so we need some stormtroopers. Need Mando there. Bo-Katan. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Have another trooper there. Fennec. Stick the old Moff there as well. I mean, I have got these figures in the vintage collection, but I love the retro so much. It's my action figure of choice. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. Here's Grogu. He's with the Moff. That was a good episode. I do like The Mandalorian. I am looking forward to the new film. No idea when it's going to be released. Who else should I put in there? Jedi Luke with R2-D2. Luke is still available for $3.99. $3.99 at In Demand Toys. Great figure. I bought a few, and if you saw my previous video of Anakin Skywalker from Revenge of the Sith, he now wears Jedi Academy Luke's cloak, Jedi robes. Honestly, I'm blown away by this. I'm absolutely blown away by it. Who else have I got? Gotta have a few more. See, what you need, right? You need some retro collection. We need some retro collection Dark Troopers. That's what we need. There's another Stormtrooper. I don't know, where's he gonna go? This is proper old school, I'm telling you. Proper. This is what Christmas is all about. And you've got to treat yourself. Because this wasn't on the wife's list. When I did my list, I didn't add this because I was going to wait for it. I mean, how long has this been out? What 2 months? Maybe 3, almost 3 months. Didn't put it on there because I think it's is it £60, £61 on Hasbro Pulse. I know you can get it a little bit cheaper elsewhere. Star Action Figures I think is selling it at the moment. But £51, let your eyes be your guide. I'm so glad I picked it up. I mean, look at it. And that's the reason I've got the Stormtroopers on the stands. I have them in my Imperial display in the toy room. I have them on stands, but when I'm playing with them, never had stands in the 80s. Look at that. It's just a gorgeous set. I'm in love with it. Even like the detailing of the stickers, it's just brilliant. Highly recommended. I did. I checked. I haven't checked today, but I checked Amazon yesterday, and it's gone up in price. So I just got lucky. I'll be honest. I look at all the Star Wars and Masters of the Universe stuff every single day. So I got lucky. It was £51 for a few days. But yeah, you got to treat yourself. So this is a Christmas present for myself. And as I was saying, I did a list for the wife. I don't know what I'm going to get because I got that surprise kitten, Boba Fett. So I'm probably not going to get anything from that list because those ragdoll kittens, they're not cheap. Brilliant. But there's one person missing. There is a person missing from... There's a person missing from this playset. Another Stormtrooper. Cara Dune. You need Cara Dune. Why is she missing from that? From the cover of the box? Love Cara Dune. Funny enough, I got this Cara Dune in St Evenage Lane. This was before I was even working there. Oh, and on a positive note, it was my year anniversary because I don't know if you remember, with my last job, the wife said if I got to 1,000 subscribers, I could leave. Well, it didn't go that far. It's a long story. My son broke his leg, and it's a long story why I left my last job. But I've been at St Evenage for a whole year, so it was my year anniversary last week. They've only gone and extended my contract until March 2026. So I'm well happy, which means I can buy more Star Wars figures. I don't need to worry for the next year and a bit. But yeah, honestly, great set. So what I'm going to do, I want to have a look and see what it looks like with the lights. So I'm going to put my mobile phone behind the pillars, and just to see what it looks like. So I'm going to do that now. Right, so I've set everyone up, and I've put the mobile phones behind the pillars. They look really effective. There's a little bit of light bleed coming through, which is to be expected. This is just a toy, and you can easily resolve that if you could be bothered. You could put some tape on or something, but it just looks amazing. I've taken all the stormtroopers off their stands, so it's proper old school Star Wars. Also, if anyone does see the scratches on my hands, that is a little baby Boba Fett, who my wife got me for Christmas. He's he does like to his claws are getting he's stronger now. His eyes cleared up, so he's going to make an appearance on one of my videos. But he does like to play and scratch and stuff. So if you do see any scratches on my hands, that's what it is. But yeah, this set is unbelievable. I knew it'd be good, but I didn't think it would be this good. And I just love that little touch with the the transparent plastic that they've used, so you can light this thing up. It's a shame you can't light up the little red lights. I mean, you could do it if you could be bothered. But honestly, it's just great, and it's I love the the one time, because I've got my phone is behind the right pillar. The one time I asked my wife if I can borrow one of her phones, both of them are out of power, so I've used my work one, and yeah, that's run out now as well. But yeah, it's really good. Really impressed by it. But yeah, I was saying about the floor, it just, because it's so shiny, it just reminds me of the Death Star. I know it's the Moff's Imperial light cruiser. I don't know if it's a hallway, it's more like a corridor, but I love it. I would give it 10 out of 10. I would, here's Cara, I would give it 10 out of 10, but as far as I'm aware, there's a little red light missing, or they just haven't. I reckon I've lost it. I reckon it's got to be here somewhere. I'm going to check it, but I reckon it's fallen on the floor in the kitchen, because I took it out of the bag. It's just really bizarre that they wouldn't. There's just one extra that they need to do. I think it would have looked all right, but for that matter, if it had the red light, if it had all 5 of them, I would give it. I'd give it a 10 out of 10. But if it is a case that Hasbro have just not bothered to put an extra light because you can't see it on that image, it's going to be a 9 out of 10 from me. But what a great Christmas present for myself. I know I've gone a little bit over the top with the stormtroopers, but as I've always said, I love this line. I love the original line of Star Wars figures, and I love the retro collection, my figure line of choice. And this is gonna look amazing on display, and it's just that little bit bigger. It's just that little bit bigger than the Tentative 4. So it's. And I love the Endor. I love the Endor bunker, as everyone knows. But this one, the Endor bunker is an external playset, great in the garden. This is an interior playset, and do you know what? I think I'd like another one. All these figures are now going to fall down, aren't they? Yeah. Who took a tumble? Oh, my work mobile phone. That don't matter. This Christmas, look at it. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's just brilliant. And you've got the Moff with his dark saber. Long may the retro collection continue, because it's just great. So yeah, literally all of these figures are from the retro collection, and one of my favourites is the R2-D2. But Jedi Luke from the Jedi Academy, he's brilliant as well. Bo-Katan's one of my favourites, and I've used the more the better version without the vinyl cape of Mando for this. But yeah, we need some Dark Troopers. We need some Dark Troopers. I also I'd like to. It came out. Was it last year? It might have been the year before. It's the. It's like a scene from this episode, from the final episode, where you've got the Moff. It comes with 4 figures. You get the Moff. You get Mando with his spear that he nicked off Morgan Elsbeth, and you get Baby Yoda and a Dark Trooper with loads of kind of like energy going around him, where Mando stabs him with the spear. I wouldn't mind picking that set up when I get the old vintage collection figures on there. But look, 9 out of 10 purely because that red light is missing. But if I've dropped it, and Hasbro did supply 5. It's a 10 out of 10 set. Highly recommended, well overpriced, but £51 from Amazon. Keep your eyes on the deals, let your eyes be your guide. That's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It lets me know you care. Also helps the channel. If I don't speak to you before, Merry Christmas. I hope you have a great one. Thanks for all the support, because I really appreciate it. All the comments, all the likes. Honestly, it's been a great year for the channel. I've done really, really well. But yeah, that's the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one.